Ladies and gentlemen, here's preview video for this week's auction.
You got it.
All right, Frank and Vaughn, thank you so much for the introduction. Here we are, this week's preview video. Quite a bit of stuff. Last week it was a freaking scorcher. Thank you so much to everyone who came in and hung out and made it a decent auction, really. So we ended up skipping over some stuff last week, so if you see some of the same stuff in the video, that's what's up with that. Okay, let's see, we'll just start here and start going. Neat George Brett game, like 1981 dated, I think. He's just a kid. And postcards, Carnival. This is full of Pokemon cards. And we had those sets before. This is different than that, because those sets I think were reissues or something, but those shouldn't be. Neat stuff in the case. Cigarette cases, looks like some sort of sports things. Looks like some sterling. And more. Military, looks like unit insignias and specialty badges. Yeah, there's a little box of sterling there. There is a neat Red Cross metal sign. Back there, looks like some World War II French postcards, or some 30s marked. I don't know, just assortment. Neat. Vietnam War Air Cav plaque. One of these cool little helmet pipe deals. It's actually made in Hawaii, I think, and it's kind of old. Old photos. Babe Ruth magazine. Cherry Sparkle. I think it's a real sign. That's like Alfred E. Newman looking dude on there. I don't know what's up with that. How old that is. If it's an old, like a 70s reproduction, or I don't know. Someone will though. $7.5, I think it says. Alright, I'll stop playing with that. Tiffany boxes with vases in them. Distinctive blue box. 1950s, I think it's high school championship program souvenirs. I need umbrella stand, a couple of barn lanterns, some art glass, hand tooled leather stool, crockery mixing bowl, and more up there. Looks like there's a fez, some little steer horns, sad pumpkin. That's neat. A little bar thing. Somebody ought to like that. Kansas stuff. Vescola stuff, more ephemera. Fun little spice rack. More mixing bowls. Choo-choo trains. This is neat. There's some glass chimneys for this somewhere that we'll need to get on there. It's a wrought iron candelabra. Here is a nice rug. It says hand done. Stamps. So we'll take a peek here. Or postcards. Stamps behind it. Okay. Typewriters. Sheet music. Bunch of sheet music. That's a cool 1953 Drexel coffee table. Tile mosaic top. 1953 Drexel. Number 248.5 it says. That should do well. More college basketball stuff from 70s. Old photos. Sports. Lots of sports stuff. Big box of Royals. Ephemera. 72 Royals freaking team photos. 70 roll. Oh man, this is killer box of stuff. There's a lot of it. That was 69 Chiefs there. Rance turntable, some state of condition. Doesn't seem too bad. A couple of these Pioneer amps. That's a cool Budweiser. Very unique Budweiser sign. Like library looking lamp. Radio Shack boombox in the box. That thing up there. There's like some vintage, like a vintage hunting jacket. Another vintage jacket, some furs, a quilt, Vietnam, very interesting, because it's engineer buttons, which I don't know, I don't see very much of. Then infantry collar, officers insignia. I don't know. Let's see. We'll go ahead and I think there's this thing here. It's like stacking Asian lacquer box. And we'll get back over here to this stuff, but you might as well take a look while I'm over here, right? All right, so we'll go over here. Thank you all for joining us. Neat, like presidential quilt top. Somebody spent a lot of time on that. Vintage Chiefs sweatshirt. cool vintage glasses. Should probably be in that carrier, but that's how it is. And there's too many of them. Daisy churns. Doll heads. Okay, let's go do this cart since it's right here. It'll probably be scooted up front anyway. We got like some Linux banks in the boxes and more. We'll go around here and take a look. More in there. Garage or something. Okay, so yeah, look over here. We've got pretty solid little comic book collection, split up into these small boulevard flats. They're about 5 and I don't know how many inches they are tall. I measured them, but anyway, so look in the photos for that, I guess. You know, a lot of the same ones, pretty much Marvel and DC with some more in there. It's like a bunch of Mac stuff, Dragon, and more stamps. It looks like those are cigarette cards, stamps, first day covers. More stamps, so those will just go in the piles like that. Soda crates, metal cigarette sign, some Harley Party sign, Structo truck and ladder. Big box of like crayons still wrapped up, like teacher's box or something like that. Maybe 800 it says in there. Little Peanuts snow globes. There's a Peanuts shelf underneath it that they go on. Pigeonhole thing there. Some beads. A wooden reindeer. A cool glass horse. Of course, there's a broken leg on it. Yeah, just bring it down to the auction. Why not? Maybe somebody can fix it. There's a neat big like tabletop Scrabble board down there, you know, with on a Lazy Susan. Bunch of trophies. Wait a minute, do you guys see that face in there? What? No, it's like a decal, and there's more of those decals behind it. Couple different vinyl signs. Esther Burns is the artist on that. It's a neat little shelf, wall shelf, bookshelf, newspaper rack, whatever. There's that big, I don't know, dispensary sign or something. More fun stuff in there. Cast iron, some cowboy hats, a vintage cake plate, some games, vintage stuff. There's a shelf. There's like some, I guess, Halloween kind of stuff, but I don't know. I mean, that's like one of those things they wear in like Africa or a place that's really hot or whatever. A couple of card like costumes, and that's neat. kind of goth dress, Minnie Mouse looking dress, another kind of like flapper dress or something. Let's see here. Gaming chair. Linens, Disney, more vintage linens, hand embroidered stuff, glass. Yeah, that kind of stuff right there. Then we get over here. There's a carom and crokinole board. Just assorted goodies on here. Getting my preview every Wednesday from 11 to 1, so come down, check things out in person. And then on Thursday, we open the doors at 5 and start selling at 6, so you've got plenty of time to look around. Those are kind of cool. Don't seem especially old, but they don't seem like especially new either. All right. We'll go over here. We've got like some sheepskins, and then some not sheepskins, like some little animal. I don't know what they are. Sorry, I've got this mic on too. I bet that was really loud. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that down. If I don't, I'm sorry. It says ARV and Arvin Tiger Stripe. I wish it had an Arvin Tiger Stripe in it, but it doesn't.
Andrew.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Did you have a good auction last week?
It wasn't too terrible considering.
The weather's probably
Oh, that was brutal. It was brutal. I was fine. Here is a 6-part stacking bookcase. He's filling up the concession machine. Macy is the brand on it. It's nicely, super clean, really nice one. Somebody's repaired it. I don't see the problem with that. There's some weird console thing. Trunk. It's like a bunch of old tools in it. Floor lamp. Here's another stacking bookcase actually. It needs some work. Then we've got this like restaurant table, stainless steel table. Drop leaf, 2-drawer side table, another little half table up there, white sewing machine. This bed I think is really cool. Again, it was something that nobody wanted last week, but can't really count that 100%. We used to sell those like crazy. Neat old Eastlake kind of upholstered chair. There's a secretary.
Chimneys, brother, chimneys.
Oh, thanks for doing that. Chimneys are on that. Now, thanks to Frank. We got old radio, little table there. These are just pallets full of stuff, all one money. Not gonna spend a bunch of time on them, but everything in it, one money. Lockers, same with that box full of stuff, all that one money. If you haven't seen, don't know what one money means, it means all that stuff goes together, basically, and you pay one price for all of it. Known in the weird auction vernacular as one money. Bunch of dolls. I'm gonna burn through these. Old stuff. Thousands of dollars worth of doll stuff there. Then these boxes. Again, you're gonna have to just come in and look through them. But look, there's Jewel T right there. Some nice china pieces. More doll stuff. Vintage. Carnival glass. More dolls. Blue Willow. And more. Here's a table and chairs. Another table and chairs. We have a hard time selling them. If you're thinking that you would like that table and chairs but you won't be able to afford it, trust me, you'll be able to afford it. Probably get that for 20 bucks easy. Easy. Maybe less. Okay, then we go over here and more of this shiny kind of stuff and more funny assortment of things. What the hell that is? Cat collar. Cute little kid's bedroom fridge or something like that. Hopefully that's all silver plate. Those will do well. Those candles, vintage Christmas stuff. I think kind of vintage. Architectural kind of stuff. And kind of nice. There's not a whole lot of stuff on this table. Signs, basically. When we get over here, I guess some of these were made by prisoners in Leavenworth. Some of those paintings, as I understand it. Then we got some DVDs. We got some vintage and antique stuff. Bunch of military patches. Some military artwork. Military books. Looks like some fishing. Probably more military books. A couple of placards. Got these mirrors. Oval with gilt. Whatever, gilt frame, I guess. Somebody painted that orange one. Somebody ought to like that. Those. Then toolboxes. Looks like a black toad over there too. And then there's some, I don't know, nice metal or motorcycle jacket. I cannot see what that says. American Kurt something. I think 35th Division patch. Americal. I thought there was a Vietnam patch over here too, I saw. Oh yeah. I don't really know about any of the Ocean Pacific. That's kind of tight, really. Hope you can see that well enough. I'm gonna spend too much time there. Okay, over here. In the process of cleaning out our friend Doug's stuff, who passed away. Doug was kind of part of our squad down here. We let him set up his own stuff, so he was down here all the time. Just a good friend. Son Denver used to work here, but anyway, so they're cleaning out his storage and bringing a lot of stuff over here. Some of it's going to be better than others, and I'm sure they're high grading some of it and taking it. Whatever. That's cool. There's neat stuff. It's just kind of like the storage space is so packed with so much stuff. He hadn't even been over there in years, so I mean, cool little camel diner thing. All these freaking moccasins, Minnetonkas. Look how those are expensive. I think, at least they used to be. There's gonna be cool stuff. I mean, Doug had all sorts of wild stuff. These are like size 21 Jordans, I think. I don't know, maybe they're not real. Big, like, quadruple XL Canada shirt with Doug's last name on the back of it. These pennants are nice. Vintage Florida, 1960 Lake, 84 Chiefs, 952 American Royal. That's a good little group of stuff. Kind of cool. Vintage Champions. And the stuff, a lot of it's been sitting back in the heat over there for a long time. So they set it up kind of weird, but hopefully we'll get it figured out. We'll definitely get it figured out. That much. Never fear. Anyway, we're back to this. Some vintage play school in there. And we were supposed to have a bunch of drops yesterday, but like half of them didn't even show up. So funny how many people just do not say what do not follow through with what they're going to do in this business, if you want to call it. It's a business on my end. Obviously not on many other people's end. So there's some Native or indigenous kind of stuff. Signed rabbit, R-A-B-B-I-T. Some of them with sentiment and like little I saw one had a little illustration. Kind of neat. I'll just go ahead and do the whole wall now. That's cool. I think art should do all right this week. We need Amy to come back so she can hang up all of our art, because she does a great job at it. Okay, we're gonna go back to, I believe we'll go to this table with all these 8 tracks. All right, this camera overheated, so I think this is where I left off. I think because I'm attempting to do this in 4K makes it work a little harder. I don't know. I don't need to do it in 4K. It takes forever to go through the editing software, and then to upload to YouTube takes freaking forever. I shouldn't have done it, but I didn't reset it. So anyway, whatever. I think I already did this. Did I already do this? Seems like I did. Okay. I was babbling on about something I remember. Oh, it's hard to say because I did photos too. So we'll spend another second over here. You saw the 8 tracks. More on the floor over there too. Along with some tools and other stuff. If you're looking at something twice, I'm so sorry. These were like Franklin Mint or American Heritage, Global House. 14 karat gold over copper. Gold plating seems to be like such a freaking, oh, that's cool. Such a, I don't know. I don't know, I guess if it doesn't wear off for 20 years or something, but I don't know. Seems like a waste of gold to me. Okay, and this is going to be like Playboy and Vintage Motorcycle Magazine, freaking heaven or hell. I'm not going to bother with it, but I think there's probably some 60s in there. And definitely 70s. All sorts of stuff crammed over here. I'm sure it'll be fun when we get over here to start selling. Good stuff, galvanized. There's a copper boiler, tools, vintage stuff, bunches of artwork. So yeah, and then I think I already showed you that thing earlier. Definitely all that. Look, chimneys are on that now. Frank. Okay, let's go over here. And table freaking crammed full of stuff and stuff shoved underneath too. So we'll try to make quick work of this. There's good stuff. There's not so good stuff. Some great vintage. Definitely some sleepers over here. I want that. Solar powered stick-on light. I'm sure it doesn't work nearly as good as they make it out to be. Okay, this was a cool little group. Photo albums. I think some of them went up front. Some of them we just left back here. Ephemera, more furs. Cute little dude. Little record player. These are our CDs in here. There is some Holmes and Edwards silver plate. Maybe find some sterling in there. Find a stray piece. There's good stuff there. That's a neat box. A little Chris Craft or something. All sorts of binoculars and stuff in that box. More old photos. Trays. All that stuff on the floor. Come in, check it out, preview. Hopefully, if you stuck around to watch this whole video, thank you so much. Comment below. I watched the whole thing. Just be kind of neat to know who does. Not necessarily who, but how many people do. That's what I need, is for more people to watch this whole video. I know it's boring, but just let it play. Go leave the room. It helps all our stuff. So here's some of these creatures in here and all that. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for your time, and we will see you Thursday.